Morning's race. We are getting ready to roll into round number 1, and we are getting ready to start. So if everyone please remove their hat, pay respects to our country as we play our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
10 minutes to 3, and we're finally racing. It's Sunday at morning. Nobody understands that. It's Sunday morning, and we're going racing. $25,000 to win. On the line coming at you here, our first pair rolling into the water box. I have called run stickers 1, 2, and 3 for door cars. You should be in the lanes now. And unfortunately, our first pair won't fire back up, so he's on a 2-minute clock. We got to wait. No, unfortunately, our first pair down the racetrack on Sunday, that's right, Sunday 25K. I'm going to do this all day long, and I'm not going to be able to have any idea what day it is tomorrow. Sunday 25K, we're going to get a broke by as James Cook could not fire at the ready line. 543 was his dial. Timmy Smith in the left lane, he's going to get himself a broke by single. 620 dial in the left lane. He's 15 on the tree. We'll make it a time run for the very first shot. 621 with a 7 at 107 miles an hour. .742 dialing for the pickup truck in the left-hand lane. A bunch of X's after it. Maybe Chris White. Yeah. 742 dial. Danny Angel will dial to right. 565 in the right lane. The Roadster dials 565. Both of them away green. Reaction time advantage by about 6 thou. Goes to the pickup truck in the left lane. He'll get the win light there. 20 over. 742 the dial. 744 with a 9 at 88 miles an hour. Has 6 thousandths advantage on this end of the racetrack. Angel was late and 4 high. That'll bring up Vince Addison. Addison in the right lane, down to 633, and Rick Christopher. Christopher in the left lane, the Chevette. Yeah, it's a Chevette, 553 dial in. It's a custom Chevette. Got a wing on the back of it, got wheel tubs sticking out the side of it. Sharp. Charge is the Chevette. He'll get there for the win. 10, take 4, thou to be 3 over. 556 with a 7 at 118. He was on a 53 dial, and Addison was 20 on the tree, 3 over. He tried. James, because we are running the triple 25. This is Sunday's race. Let's bring up Big Ed Richardson coming up on the right-hand side of the racetrack. The Strange Engineering ride in the right lane, 642 dialing. He'll take on Keith Simpson out of McCalla, Alabama, 558 dial for the Vega. We are in Autometer, round 1. That's the easy package of this round. Gets a $500 gift certificate from Autometer. Simpson turns it red, 5 thou. Richardson, right lane, 002. Make a time run out of it and go 638 with a 5 at 105 on that 642 dial. A little bit under. Play the game. That'll bring up Jay Bunce, left lane. 578 will be the dial over there. Over here is Jared Wilson, 27 roadster from Mission, Texas, dialed on a 498. Bunce, the win. 003, take 8 to be 1 over. 579 with a 0 at 118 for Bunce. He was 003 on this end of the racetrack on a 578 dial. Wilson was 13 dead 8. Not bad package, just not good enough for that one. That'll bring up Rick Sexton. Sexton in the left lane. He'll dial a 607. He'll take on Cliff Clark. Clark out of Vine Grove, Kentucky at Chevelle with a 569 dial. It's going to be Clark. 30. Take a lot to be way over. How's that? Rick Sexton ran dead on with a 9. But unfortunately, it was all over but the screaming there as soon as he left the start line. Way late. Mark Horton will come up in the left lane. 85 Camaro out of Callahan, Florida. Out of 633. He'll take on Chris Galitti. 613 dial on the right side. Big wheel stand launch for the Vega. And pretty good sized advantage goes to the Vega as well. A double breakout race goes Galitti's way. 002. 8 thousandths under. 612 with a 2 for the win at 110 miles an hour. Horton was 19 on this end and 11 thousandths under. 3 thousandths different there. Galitti gets the win light. That'll bring up Chad Sandlin, Burleson, Texas. It'll be in the Love truck, I believe. 631 down the right lane. Left lane, Craig Moore out of Fulton, Mississippi. Little Opal down to 589. That's going to be Sandlin. 008, take a bunch to be 2 over for the win. 633 with a 6 at 102. Andrew, if you take color out of that last sentence, just redo that. Stephen McCrory will come up in the left lane. 618 is his dial in. At least I think it's Stephen McCrory. Jamie Addison on the right side. 607 dial. That is. That's going to be Champ 13. Take 18 to be one over. 619 with a 5 on it. 618 dial in driving the wheelie wagon. Addison was 005, but 4 over. Couldn't get there. How about Chris Wells coming up in the left lane? Montgomery, Michigan, 65 Malibu. Good looking car. 585 down the left lane. Right side, Justin Bromley. Covington, Tennessee, the 63 Corvette Roadster. 482. Tree with a big advantage, and he's going to drive it out the back door. Take 42 to break out 8th thou. Chris Wells does that. He was 25 on the tree, had a huge advantage on this end of the racetrack. But Bromley goes dead on with a 9, 482 with a 9 at 141. He'll take the win light. That'll bring up Spencer Massey. Spencer out of Fort Worth, Texas, 685 dial in. He'll take on Johnny Holly. Sanford, Alabama. Dialed on a 585. Oh my. Holly's late. We'll see what Spencer does. Brake lights come on, and that's where the win light is. 24 on the tree. 1 over for the win. 686 with a 9 at 99 miles an hour for Spencer Massey. That'll bring up the bum steer left lane out of Bloomington, Illinois. That's Indiana. That's Joe Robertson. 649 is his dial. He'll take on Barry Bradford. S10 pickup truck in the right lane out of Hayden, Alabama, dialed on a 633. Four thousandths advantage goes to the Maverick, and that's where the win light is. Barrett Bradford gets there first, 23 thou to break out 6 thou. Ow. Robertson, 19-2 over for the win, 651 with a 1. That'll bring up Brady Mays, 67 Camaro on the right lane, out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Take on Mays with a 563 dial in. He'll take on Billy Rayland, 550 dial over there in the left lane. Should be. It is. Raylan 14. 4 over for the win. 654 with a 7 at 102. Mays was late in 3 over. No help him at all. Jimmy Denham will come up on the right-hand side of the racetrack. He's down on a 641. He'll take on Kyle Green. Green out of Killen, Alabama, down on a 608. Yeah, well, that color didn't help any. And extra body work. Four thousandths advantage goes to Green. Denham gets there first, 18 thou to break out 1 whole number. Left lane, Kyle Green, 608. He'll go 609 with a 2 at 112 after a 22 light. This ought to be a monster race right here. Brad Plord will come up on the right-hand side. Plord down on a 632 in the Lucas Oil Chevy 2, taking on Johnny LaBouse in the left lane in Bertozzi's blue Chevy 2. Dialed on a 618. .002 and .005. Look at this race. My goodness. Plord, right side, .005 gets in front, 3 thou for the win. .005, 632 with a 6, 11 thousandths package, and Labuse in the left lane. .002, looks like it may have cut him loose. 619 with a 2 at 107. May have given it back a little bit. 11,000 package for Plord for the win. A 14,000 package for Labuse. What a race. I told you that was going to be a good 14,000 package. You need to write that one down. That may be a best losing package coming at us here in a little bit. By Autometer. Brian Whitworth will come up on the right-hand side. The S10 pickup truck down to 624. He'll take on Randy Kazaya. Brookwood, Alabama. Down to 564. That's going to be Whitworth. 18 on the tree. Kazaya was 009, but 6 high on his dial. Couldn't run it. Whitworth in the right lane on a 624 dial and goes 626 with a 2 at 105. How about Chuck Flanagan coming up in the left lane? Lima, Ohio. Big old Pontiac GTO, I believe that is. That's what I'm going to call it anyways. 686 is his dial. He'll take on Dave Angeli. Angeli in the right lane out of Carrier Mills, Illinois. Angeli in that Camaro Roadster. We'll see what happens here. Windlight goes to the left lane. Had a big advantage. Must have given it back. 16 on the tree. Take -1. Chuck Flanagan gets the Windlight there. Trey Scholler and Tracy Sons coming at us now. 635 down the left lane, 622 down the right lane, and it's going to be Scholler. 15 on the tree, take 31 to be 2 over his dial in. 637 with a 0 for the win at 102. Sons in the right lane was 25, 4 over, no good. That'll bring up Jim Kelleher. Kelleher in the left lane on a 627 dial out of Groveland, Florida. He'll take on Steve Morris. Morris in the right lane out of Longview, Texas. 598 dial in. Sorry about that. Kelleher turns it 19 red. Morris goes red behind him but gets the win light there. 596 with a 6 at 114 for the win. Philip Ridgway will come up in the left lane. 534 dial in. That's Chevy 2. 534 taking on TJ Tyndall out of Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. 523 the dial in. That's a Camaro Roadster Super Gas car. Throttle whacking out there big time. Ridgeway left lane 16, take 7 to be 3 over the dial for the win. 537 with a 5 at 127 on a 534 dial for that pretty Chevy 2. Tyndall was 24 on the tree, 3 over, no help. Eric Rodden will come up in the left lane, Cleveland, Tennessee. 658 dial. For the Malibu in the left lane, Chris Whitman in the right side from Covington, Tennessee. Big old heavy Chevy, old iron pickup truck in the right lane, down on a 628. You got a parachute on it and everything. That's confidence for you. 100th will separate them. It's going to be Whitman in the right lane. 6:28, dead 2. After a 13 light, he'll take 28 at the finish line. Rodman was 23-2 over. Not good. A267, 6:44 dialing in the left lane. He'll take on Ricky Boggs. Boggs out of Magnolia, Kentucky, down to 6:40. It's going to be Boggs in the right lane. How about 13, dead 6? Taking 19 at the finish line, 103 miles an hour. Ricky Boggs will roll on to the next round. Left lane, the Mustang, we won't have to figure out who it is. Randy Seal will come up in the right lane. 5:77 to dial in. He'll take on Jeremy Jensen. Jensen in the Corvette Ragtop 551 is his dial. Jensen turns it really red. Randy Seal. 003, 2 over. 579 with a 3 at 118. Here comes Jay Adams, right-hand side of the racetrack. As soon as we finish wiping down the lane in front of him. 662 dial in out of Mayaca City, Florida. 69 Firebird. And not on file, 588. The dial in the left lane. And that Vegas, one of our new entries from this morning. I remember seeing it now. Wow, that was ugly. Left lane gets a win light there. Really late on the tree, but not quite as late as the other guy. 589 with a 1 on a 588 dial at 112. Ken Sueyo will come up in the left lane. Oregon City, Oregon. That is a Mercury Capri. 576 down the left lane. He'll take on Nick Folk. Folk in the right lane down on a 6 flat for the Cobalt. Sueyo unfortunately turns it 2 foul red. Folk in the right lane. 596 with a 9 at 112. Nick showing his hand a little bit there. Troy Poindexter will come up in the left lane out of Millington, Tennessee. Dial to 659, dial in the left lane. Matthew Brown in the right side, dial to 614 over here in the right-hand side of the racetrack. Yeah, you could have told me that 15 minutes ago when she ran. How about 659 with a 1 dead on his dial in after a 23 light for Poindexter? Matthew Brown was about 23 more behind him. Runs dead on with an 8, but it wasn't good enough. That'll bring up Tabitha Carmen out of Owensboro, Kentucky. S10 pickup truck in the left lane. Dialed 690. Taking on Dwayne Roberts. Chevy 2 in the right lane, dial 653. Big end of the racetrack. It's going to go right side. Roberts, 15, dead 7. That'll bring up Ron Collier, right side. 674 dial in the right lane. John Hamilton in the left lane. The Duster will dial a 651. Just getting started. Sunday, 25K coming at you. Autometer, round number 1. No VIP Club announcements today. VIP Club, it closes on Saturday. Ron Collier will get there first by 4 10,000ths, but the win light will go to Hamilton as Collier breaks out 9 thousandths. 651 dead on with a 1 after a 27 light. Had about a 100th on this end of the racetrack. That'll bring up Kevin Rodden, K&R Performance Engineering Vega out of Cleveland, Tennessee. All of your electronics needs, delay boxes, wiring, kits, bracket, dial-in displays, all that stuff for Kevin Rodden, one of our sponsors here. Doug Clark in the right side. Mize, Mississippi, really nice-looking Mustang down on a 567. He's 15 on the tree and 50 in trouble here is Rodden. His 003 dead 0. 3,000ths package. Clark was 15. Gets there in front, break it out by 7 thou, breaks it out by 19 thousandths. Kevin Rodden gets the win. How about James Bunner? Real Florida, right-hand side of the racetrack, down to 638. He'll take on Joe Davis. Davis dial to 590. Yeah, Bunner's in trouble here. Davis, left lane, 21. 2 over for the win. 592 with a 7 at 110 miles an hour. He's 21 on the tree. Bunner really late and broke it out. Wes May will come up in left lane. Greentown, Indiana. 652 is his dial. May Race Carbs Mosheen taking on the RBZ Billet S10 pickup truck of Blake Richardson on the right side. Dial on a 621. This ought to be, and it is, Wes May, 009 dead 2, 11 thousandths package. Blake was in the 40s. Sing it with me now. Mathematically ineligible. I really can't sing. I'm just playing around. 654 dialing in the left lane. Got no idea. Oh, I know who that is. That's the Gold Digger at Monte Carlo. We have not had a name on this guy all weekend. So he'll turn it red. It's his fault because he don't have his name. And Rick Perry on the right side of the St. Cloud, Florida will get a win light here. 25 on the tree. 567 with a 3 at 120 on a 569 dial. Another not on file coming at us here in the left lane. Dial to 627. Brandon Jolly in the right lane. Dial to 590. This not on file is a Corvette. There's a new entry this morning. That's why we ain't got him on file yet. 23 and 11. The 11 is Jolly. The 23 is the win light. 23 dead 2. 627 with a 2 at 108. Brandon Jolly was a little bit better on this end. A little bit worse on the other end. Win light goes to the Corvette. Seth Phillips We'll bring the Mountain Magic pickup truck over on the right-hand side. 627 is his dial. I think that's what it says. Mountain something. Justin Wright in the left lane, dialed on a 581. Well, backing him off now. Looks like we got a little moisture coming out of the sky. We're going to have to hold off for just a moment. Hopefully it'll roll by us. Don't go nowhere. So like I said, don't go anywhere. We should be able to go here in just a minute or two. So just saying is all. For those of you watching at home, not raining at your house. All right, we're loading them back up. So back in the staging lanes, get ready. Load them back up, folks. See, that wasn't bad. Seth Phillips will come up on the right-hand side of the S10 pickup truck. Again, 627 is his dial, and Justin Wright dialed at 581 on the Nova in the left lane. Oh, my goodness. Justin Wright is 10 on the tree and in the way. Seth Phillips, 000 and 34 thousandths over his dial for the win. 630 with a 4 at 108. Justin Wright was 10, 32 over. No help. Kevin White will come up in the left-hand side of the racetrack. S10 pickup truck dial of 655. Take on Melissa Young out of Fort Worth, Texas. She'll dial a 575 in the Monza. Pretty good advantage goes to Melissa. The win light goes to Melissa. 006, take 29 to be one over for the win. 576 with a 0 at 115. White was 21 and 2 over. They've been trying to push her out in work. Adam Davis's car will come up in the left lane. It's got an X after it. Not sure who's driving today. 649 down the left lane. Right side is going to be Rick Covey out of Bedford, Indiana. Covey will dial a 611 in the Nova, and he really, really red. About enough to think that he didn't put the dial in his delay box, and left lane's going to get a win. 649 with a 7 after a 13 light. That's going to bring up Steve Dowdy. Good-looking Chevy 2 on the left-hand side of the racetrack, 572, and he'll be chased by Kevin Pollard. Pollard in the Love truck on the right side. 540 is his dial-in, and he is foot feeding. He will be on the foot brake. Dowdy will turn it red, 11th out. Pollard, 007. 539 with a 2 at 128 miles an hour for the Love truck, and he was foot braking that thing, 007 light. That'll bring up. I don't know who that is in the left lane. 673 the dial in. And it says Adam Davis in the right side down on 565. That would be driving Todd Ewing's car. So I bet you that Todd Ewing just went down in Adam Davis's car. Davis will turn it red in the right lane. 565 was his dial. I don't know why I bothered with that. 003 bulb in the left lane. 673 with a 6 on a 673 dial in. Nice 9,000s package for that pickup truck in the left lane. Okay, so this next pair coming at us is a pair of time runs. Yeah. Right lane just bought the car. Left lane guy just got here late, wants to be in the race, so we're giving him a time run. Pass there, 516 with a 3 on the right side. The dragster goes 544 at 125. And back to round 1 of eliminations we go for Sunday. Auto meter round 1 coming at you. That was quick. Brady Merckx will come up on the right-hand side. 622 the dial in for the Camaro in the right lane. He'll take on Ben Willis. Willis in the left lane dialed on a 598. Merckx with the advantage, but he don't get there. Willis, 27, takes 7 to be 3 over. 601 with a 0 at 110 miles an hour. Merckx was 5 over his dial. That'll bring up Corey Saint. Saint in the 63 Corvette in the right lane. 577 dial out of Gardendale, Alabama. He'll take on Don Ellis. 96 Beretta out of Virgins, Illinois. Dial a 518. .007, 008, side by side. It's Ellis, 007, dead 9. Corey Saint, 007, dead 9 at 17,000 package, just a little bit off of that 16,000 package. Don Ellis gets a nice win there. Good close race for those guys. Chris Martin will come up in the left lane. Martin in the Monza, 578 is his dial. Brother to our runner-up from Thursday night. Alan Miller will come up on the right side out of Marshalltown, Iowa, down to 509. Martin turns it red, 9 thou. Alan Miller, 2,000's red behind him. 509 the dial. He'll go 512 with a 9 at 135. Just driving that Mike Bikewald Cutlass over there. Gonna get him a win light. They've been struggling. Been late all weekend. Now he's a little early. A little bit of an adjustment from there will make it a really nice car. That'll bring up Jeff Jensen. Jensen in the Corvette Roadster in the left lane out of Clarksville, Tennessee. The Scruples Racing Machine down to 5:31. And he'll take on Brian Folk. Folk in the Camaro Roadster, the red car on the right side from Folk Race Cars, down 498. Pretty good win line goes to Folk. 11, 1 over, 499 with a 0 at 135. Jensen was 38 on the tree, goes dead 9. Wasn't enough to clear him. Corey Butler will come up in the left lane. 672 is his dial. He'll take on Peeps Pennington. Pennington in the Roadster in the right lane down to 493. Another good one here. 17 and 18 on the balls. It's going to be the 17 that gets the win. Peeps, 17, 4 over for the win. He takes a lot. Butler could not run the number. He was 18 on the tree, but way over his dial. And right side, Peeps Pennington gets the win, 497 with a 3 at 124 miles an hour. That'll bring up Richard Taylor. Taylor in it. Cool paint job on the S10 pickup truck in the left lane down to 613, taking on Bobby Morris. Morris in the Beretta out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, right lane down on a 498. Parts call, parts call, parts call. Looking for a handheld programmer for a Digital 7. Kenny Probst is in need of that. Need a handheld programmer for an MSD Digital 7. You can help Kenny Probst out. Go find him. Help him out with that, please. Handheld programmer for a Digital 7. Morris, 19. 2,000ths under for the win. 498 goes 497 with an 8. That'll bring up Richard Rhoda. Oh, I know what you're doing. North Branch, Minnesota in right lane, 546 dial in. Doug LeFew in the left lane. Russellville, Tennessee, the Vega down on a 632. Rhoda with the advantage, 11 to a 32, but he can't get there. Left lane, 632 dialed, win 632 with an 8 at 106. He was behind on this end of the racetrack. Rhoda may have given that back, taking what Jed says a -5. Kenny LeBeau will come up in the right lane out of Smithville, Tennessee. Looks like a 69 Camaro, 548 down. It is. Taking on Byron Jordan. The Nova left lane down 544, and that's going to be LeBeau. Jordan, 14, take 7 to be 15,000ths under his dial in for the runner-up in that pair. LeBeau, 19, 13,000ths under for the win. Kenny LeBeau will go on to round number 2, and that'll bring up Ray Martinez. Martinez in the red and silver Vega down at 592 out of Deer Park, Texas. He'll take on Jimmy Mott. Mott out of Cookeville, Tennessee, down on a 535. I'm just digging this Chevy 2 wagon over here on the right-hand side. It actually says Coolville on the screen. And we came to the conclusion that if you had a car like that, that is fast like that, Coolville is the name of the town now. Ray Martinez turns it red a lot. Jimmy Mott, right side, 12, 1 over for the win, 536 with a 4. Yeah, it ain't fancy with a paint job and all that stuff, but that is a cool wagon. How about Jeff Verdi coming up on the right-hand side of the racetrack? The only man ever to win $2 million races in the same year. 585 down the right lane out of Glen Allen, Virginia. He'll take on Richard Price out of Fallsington, Pennsylvania, down 525. Turns it red, 2 foul. Verdi, right side, 28. 13 thou under for the win. 585 was the dial, goes 583 with a 7 at 117. That's going to bring up Parker Suggs. Suggs in the right lane on a 645 dial in. Chevy 2 in the left lane, dial to 570. That looks like Kevin Pruitt in the Cook Booty Motorsports wagon. Because I can see so well through there, you know, I can tell that car over there, whose that is. Cars out by osmosis. Wow. Suggs was 10 on the tree. Doesn't get there. And it's going to be Pruitt. 26 dead 0 for the win. Robert Lipsinger and Dave Connolly. Connolly will come up on the right side. He's down to 609. Another Chevy 2 wagon. Lipsinger in the left lane. The Corvette out of New Hope, Pennsylvania, down to 531. Connolly gets the win right there. 18, 1 over for the win. Lipsinger was 001 on the tree, but he gets there first by 32 thou to break out 3 thousandths. He won't be a happy camper. You might want to stay away from the trailer when he gets back. Had to bring up Buddy Sanders out of Clanton, Alabama, 68 Camaro, down to 656. Taking on Wes Neely, 67 Camaro, out of Florence, Mississippi. He's down to 595. It's going to be Sanders, left lane. I know I said 68 Camaro. That is a Chevy Colorado. That's the first bracket Colorado I've seen. 656 with a 9 at 103. And I'm not really sure that was Buddy Sanders, but that's okay. Bubba Wright will come up in the right lane. 613 dial in. 69 Camaro taking on Tommy Rice. Rice in his Camaro in the left lane. The blue one out of Sparta, Tennessee, down on a 542. Rice will turn it red, 3 thou. Bubba Wright, 13 and a thousandth under for the win. 612 with a 9 at 110. Next pair coming at us will be Jeff Harrington in the left lane. 662 dialing for the Cutlass. He'll take on Mike Creasy. Creasy in a 66 Chevy 2 in the right lane, down on a 605. Nice little wheel stand launch for Creasy, but he's a little behind on this end. It's going to be Harrington. 003 2 over, 664 with a 5 at 94 miles an hour. Creasy was late in 2 over on this end. That'll bring up Brad Roberts, Carthage, Texas in the right lane. 69 Camaro, 609 dial in. He'll take on Neon Leon Robertson in the left lane. Robertson in the Monza, dial to 6 flat. goes to Roberts. The win light goes to Robertson. 33 dead 4 for the win at 112. If I can have your attention in the pits, please. I've got a little lost and found that we really would like to take care of. The young man up here who's lost his a cross necklace, black and silver. It's got some very special meaning to it. If you find it, would you please bring it here to the tower, please? Once again, looking for a cross necklace that is black and silver. It has some very special meaning to it. A lost and found. If you can help us out, we'd appreciate it. That was Big Jed getting a win light over there. Cole Cousins turns it red, 29 thou. Jared goes 0061 over for the win, 581 with a 0 at 116. Once again, in the lost and found department for the day, a young fella just came up here, said he lost his cross necklace. The cross necklace is black and gold, black and silver, I'm sorry, black and silver. And very sentimental, lots of meaning to it. If anybody happens to find it, please bring it to the tower. Jerry Lone and David Bell coming at us now. Lone on a 584 dial-in. He's going to get a win light as Bell turned it red, 6 thou. Doing a little extra driving out there. Jerry Lone was just enjoying the day, taking a cruise. 583 with a 2 at 118 miles an hour as he made kind of a right turn and turned it back in and straightened it out and went the rest of the way down the racetrack. Charlie Crosby will come up in the right lane out of Tallahassee, Florida. no semicolons in this one. 661 dial-in the right lane. He'll take on Casey Prince in the wagon. Chevy 2 wagon dial on a 623. Sometimes entering information off of a tech card into a computer can be a challenge. Sometimes reading that information that has been entered off of a tech card into a computer can be even more of a challenge. If I miss a name or get one mixed up or say it wrong or something, I'm Ron Burgundy ended up here. I'm just reading off a computer. Some people I know, some people I don't. Crosby turns it red, a thou. He gets to go back to Tallahassee and tell everybody that we spelled his name right. Casey Prince in the left lane, 623 dial-in. He was trip zip on this end of the racetrack and 619 with a 3 on the 623 dial. That'll bring up Jeff Reed. Reed in that black and green S10 pickup truck in the left lane, 645 is his dial. He'll take on Chris Galitti. 639 dial in the right lane from Spring, Texas. That may not have been Chris Galitti. Doesn't matter because he lost. Left lane gets the win light here. 17, 2 under, 643 with an 8 at 104. Matthew Bates will come up in the left-hand side of the racetrack. He's dialed on a 515 in the 27 Ford Roadster. He'll take on Sherman Adcock, the Trans Am Roadster in the right lane. Fire Aid, Peak, Blue Def, all that good stuff on the side of that car. Former Super Gas World Champion down on a 511. The advantage goes to the 27. That's where the win light is. 15 the dial. He'll go 30 dead 0 for the win. 515 with a 0 at 125. Adcock was behind on this end. He ran dead on with a 2. Dead on with a 0 on the other side. It was pretty good racing there. A little late on the reaction times. That'll bring up Shannon Walker. Joppa, Alabama 90 Camaro in the left lane out of 639. He'll take on Mike Crick. Crick had issues first round yesterday. Looks like he might have had them fixed. 613 to dial in for the Mopar. Watch this thing leave the starting line if you're watching at home. Mopar action. It'll fly. Just like that. Pretty good on this end, too. 008. Ooh. Hard dump for Crick on the right-hand side. Gets the wind light there. 008. 4 over. 617 with a 9 at 104 miles an hour. Walker was really late on this end. Crick just made it look dramatic on the big end of the racetrack. Nick Ross will come up in the left lane. Our Thursday runner-up. 620 dial-in for the Malibu to left lane. And Jake Clayton on the right side of the racetrack down to 568. I believe that's at 67 Chevelle. Bright red. Once again, folks, a little bit of the lost and found department. Young man came up here, said he lost his cross necklace. Black and silver, has a lot of sentimental meaning to it. If you see it, you find it, please bring it up to the tower and see if we can't get it back to that young fella. Advantage goes to Ross. He gave it back. Took less than -1. Clayton, 569 with a 1 at 120. Gets the wind light there. It was 32 on the tree. Wind light goes to the right lane. That'll bring up Artie Fulcher. Artie is driving today, Williston, Tennessee. The preacher, don't forget, church service tomorrow morning at 7:30 in the tent. Saturday, Sunday service. Ricky Jones on the right side. Jones paint and body out of Manchester, Georgia, down to 557. Rooster, I said hi to you yesterday and you wouldn't speak to me. I think maybe it was this morning. Big end of the racetrack. That's going to be Tricky Ricky right side. 13, 1 over for the win. 558 with a 9 at 118. .586 dial in the left lane. Don't know who that is. Oh, that's a little 280Z. Right lane will be Kelly Hicks. 529. The dial for the right side of the racetrack. Kelly Hicks driving the Dale Earnhardt Monte Carlo. Yep. Come on, Rooster. Don't ignore me now. Come on. Oh, boy. Dotson not doing well. Kelly Hicks, right lane. 529 the dial is. Just to show you a little bit. It goes 551 and takes better than 2/10. Yeah, that was ugly. Sorry. I apologize. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do it. Kenny Underwood will come up in the right-hand side. The Jakes Trans Am dials 594. He'll take on Jason Enfinger. Enfinger in the Chevy 2 in the left lane, down on a 576. Nice wheel stand launch for Underwood. He's a little behind on this end, but he's going to get the wind light there. As Enfinger can't run the number. Enfinger had 100th on this end of the racetrack. Underwood on the right side was 594, goes 597 with a 4 after a 20 light. Brian Jones out of Cookeville, Tennessee will come up in the left lane. 67 Camaro. 557 the dial in for Jones in the left lane. Right side, 68 Camaro of Casey Tankersley. Tankersley in the right side. 546 is his dial. Tankersley gets the win right there. 547 with a 2 at 124. Zach Schlumpf come up in the left lane, 65 Chevy 2. 629 dial in. Right lane is going to be Mike Pennington, dialed on a 570. If I can have your attention in the pits, please. It's a little quiet. Looks like we got a little wipe up to do down here. The perfect timing. I'm going to do a couple of things while it's quiet. First of all, I want to reiterate, we have a lost and found situation out there. A young fella came up here just a little while ago. A young fella. I sound like I'm 90. A young fella came up here a little while ago, said he lost his cross necklace. It's black and silver, and it has very special sentimental meanings. If anybody happens to find that, please bring it up to the tower so we can get it back to its rightful owner. It's very special to him, obviously. And also in the lost and found department, Margaret Swayo, I got something for you up here in the tower. Margaret Swayo, that's the Oregon folks. I've got something for you up here in the tower. Let's see. Sunday round 1 door cars. Final call for door cars. Final call door cars for Sunday round 1. All right, starting line cleanup taken care of. Ready to go back at it. Finishing up Autometer. Well, we're still indoor cars, aren't we? Autometer. Sunday, round one, $500 gift certificate to the best losing package of this round from our folks, our friends at Autometer. Our folks. I feel like Sunday. Zach Schlumpf will come up in the left lane. Evansville, Indiana, 65 Chevy 2, dialed on a 629. He'll take on Mike Pennington. The Pennington 34 Chevrolet Roadster down a 470. Yeah, 470. Schlumpf with the advantage. Gets there first by 21 to break it out. 5 thou. No help for Schlumpf. Mike Pennington gets the win light there. 25, dead 3, 145 miles an hour. Here comes Chris White coming up on the left side of the racetrack. 748 dial in. 748 is his dial. He'll take on Johnny Brandon. Brandon in the T-Bird. 656 is his dial. Advantage goes to White, but the win light, another one. Brandon 3 over the dial. 659 with a 1. 101 miles an hour. 611 in the left lane. He's 009, goes 2 over for the win, 111 miles an hour. Scott Carmen was behind on this end. He goes under his dial, and that'll bring up Scotty Richardson. Richardson in the left lane. The Strange Engineering pickup truck, 641 dial in. He'll take on Bo Boatner. Pool Boy in the right side dial to 581. Separate them here. Here comes Boatner. Brake lights on in the pickup truck. How about that? 15 dead 3 for the win. Richardson 641 with a 3 at 102. Boatner was 18 dead 8. Nice pass, just not quite close enough. That'll bring up Chance Prince. Enterprise, Mississippi. Left lane dial to 614. That's in that Vega Saturday night special. Right lane is going to be Paul Espy III out of LaGrange, Georgia, dialed on a 554. Tree, and he's in trouble. Espy, wow. 001 for Espy, dead 6. Prince was 10 dead 0. 0.03 of a second margin of victory for Espy. Well, we had a 10. We have a 10 already. That 10 right there is a good opportunity, a good possibility for Autometer. Best losing package there. We had another one that was close, but I don't think it was 10. That's right, 14. Here comes Julio. Hugh Meeks in the Nova, left lane, 638 dial in. This thing will fly for a while. He'll take on James Hicks. Hicks in the Corvette, right side dial to 487. Max will turn it red 10 thou. Meeks 14, 2 over for the win, 640 with a 5 at 105. Stephen Verrett, left lane. I'm going to go. Might be Verrett, but I'm going with Verrett. Brethren, Michigan. 565 is the dial in on the left lane. Right side, Tim Fenneman. Fenneman. That's called enunciate. 469 dial in the right lane. Yeah. South Georgia, no enunciation required. This is Fenneman driving. Fenneman driving a Pontiac Grand Prix from the early 80s. Verrett will turn it red. Verrett turns it red. And Verrett and Fenneman got me all confused now. Verrett turns it red 1 thou. Fenneman on the right side, 004 and 1,000th under for the win. Landon Neely will come up on the right-hand side. Florence, Mississippi, the 66 Chevy 2. 624 dial in, taking on Brian Young. Young in the left lane out of Calhoun, Georgia. 523 dial in. Got that big wing in the back, so if it don't run, we can use it for a picnic table. Ready to go here, 523. He had some problems last night with a cracked head or something. They welded it back together and put it back on the car, and apparently it's back up and running. Reaction time's not up and running, though. He's really late, and it's going to be Landon Neely in the right side. Chevy 2 wagon goes 002, 2 over for the win, 626 with a 4 at 107. Right side of the racetrack, that's going to be David Bird Jones. 663 dial in. He'll take on Chad McKee. The Cutlass over there in the left lane dialed on a 513. McKee went over the dark side for a few years, had a dragster, went back to the door car. If anybody wants to know why they call him Bird, go find him. It's easy. McKee was 2000s in front on this side of the racetrack. The other end of the racetrack, not so much. 34, take 6 thou. To be 1 over for the win is David Bird Jones, 664 with an 8 at 107, and driving Ricky Taylor's Nova. That'll bring up Mark Tyack. Tyack in that Pontiac Grand Am out of Opelika, Alabama, dialed a 585. He'll take on Brad Wheeler. Wheeler dialed a 519 in the left lane. Wow. 001 red for Wheeler. Trip zip for Tyack. He's perfect. Right lane, 586 with a 7 at 115 miles an hour. 000 on this side. 001 red in the left lane and 2 over. That'll bring up J.R. Barclay. Barclay out of Henderson, Tennessee, driving an old Achieva Superstock car. 612 down left side. Right lane will be James Evans. Evans, the Beretta. I call him my wingman. If you want to know why, get a good look at the car. Evans down to 534. No. Evans 13, take 8 to be 1 over Barkley. Not sure if he gave that back. If he did a really bad job of it because it was 8 thou. Evans, right side gets the win. 535 with a 0 at 127. That's going to bring up Kevin Burleson. Burleson in the start line on the right-hand side of the racetrack. I'm sorry, left-hand side of the racetrack. 69 Camaro out of Somerton, Tennessee. He'll take on Philip Pennington. Pennington in the right lane. And a Pontiac, I think that's a GTO. 585 is his dial. But he still gets the win light. 12, take 6 to be dead on with a 0. 12 thousandths package. Burleson was 004. Doesn't get there. 576 with a 4. 14 thousandths over his dial at 119. It was a good lap, just not good enough in that pair. Rick Huffman is my hero again. He took care of me last night. Of course, I gave him a hard time all day long about it. Waxahachie, Texas, the Camaro in the right lane dial, 575. He'll take on Miss Mia Tedesco. And her black Camaro, real beautiful car. 573 dial in left lane. Huffman dial to 575. Miss Mia going to get a win light there. 573 her dial. After Huffman turns it red, 8th thou. See what happens when you go talking good about a guy. 573 goes 571 with a 6 after a 007 light. Dragsters, run sticker number 1. Need you in the staging lanes, please. Dragsters, run sticker number 1. I need you in the staging lane for round 1. Folks, please come when we call you and make your life a lot easier. If you come when we call you, it'll make your life a lot easier, I promise you. Win light goes to the right lane. 001 on this end of the racetrack and 1 over. 519 with a 6 at 132. Here comes TJ Pruitt coming up in the left lane. It's got to be the Monza. 635 is his dial, and that's dragcoverage.com. Taking on Carol McCarty in the Camaro Roadster down on a 520. Attention in the pits, please. Daniel Wiles. Daniel Wiles, if you can hear me, I need you to put an X after your number. Your number is now 42X. Carol McCarty gets the win light there. 521 with a 3 and a 520 dial in. She was 16 on the tree. TJ was 22, dead 8, not good enough. Carl Drake will come up in the left lane. Binghamton, New York, 644 dial-in for the S10 pickup truck. Taking on Jason Hudson. Hudson out of Lynette, Alabama, on the right side, dial of 574. Hudson in the left lane, 19, take 3 to be dead on with a 2. 574 with a 2 at 119 miles an hour. Left lane, Carl Drake was dead on with a 3, but 2 thousandths behind on this end of the racetrack, and Hudson gets the win late there by 3 thou. Racing Jason Lynch will come up in the left lane. He'll be driving the S10 pickup truck, 589 dial in. Got the mad scientist on the hood and ready to rock. Taking on Kevin Williams, 34 Chevy Roadster out of Longview, Texas, in the right lane down to 538. That's going to be Lynch 11, dead 5 for the win. 589 with a 5 at 113. Williams was 22 over. Round 1, dragsters, run sticker number 1. Need you to the lanes, please. Dragsters, run sticker number 1. Need you to the lanes for round number 1. Aaron Vale and Jason Scott coming at us now. Vale in the right lane. First time all weekend he's been in the right lane. Big end of the racetrack, it's going to be Scott. As Vale gets there first, 54 to break out 7th thou. That's hardly unusual. Scott in the left lane, 27-3 over for the win. 590 with a 4 at 107. Glenn Smith will come up in the right lane. Opelika, Alabama. Copo Camaro, 604 down in the right lane. Left lane is that guy again. 577 the dial in the left lane. It's that 65 Malibu up there. Taylor Racing, I can see that. I can see it through the VP sign. Can you believe me? Wow. Wow. Just wow. 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 Win light goes to the left lane, 579 with a 1 on a 577 dial, and that's all I'm going to say. That's wow. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at this one.
Here's a good one coming at you. How about a red Nova? What do you think? Brad Plord comes up in the left lane, 634 dial in. The Lucas Oil Nova in the left lane. Jake Hodge, that other red Nova in the right lane, 588 dial in. They're both red. They both got black cowl hoods. One of them's got a little bit more lettering on it. They're both 30. Only one of them gets a win light, though. It's Hodge. 589 with a 1 and a 588 down at 111 miles an hour. Plord 4, almost 5 high. He had a 2,000th advantage on this end of the racetrack. It wasn't pretty for either of them. But, you know. That'll bring up Kyle Green out of Killen, Alabama, taking on Bethany Crick. Bethany on the right side, down to 555. There's Fuzzy Dice. Boy, that Crick family can buzz a motor. Kyle Green's going to get a win light there, though. 15 dead 7, 22,000 package for Kyle Green. Bethany was 26 on the tree and about 5 high. Not good. Enough. How about Steve Woody? Cleveland, Tennessee racer coming up in the left lane. 656 dial left lane. Right side's going to be Cole Cummings. Cummings a 548 dial in. That black Chevy 2 in the right side. Biggest hood scoop in the world. That's got to be a give back right there. Steve Woody was 11 on the tree to Cole's 36. Taking less than a thou is Cummings on the right-hand side, 549 with a 4 at 106 miles an hour. Left lane only 96 miles an hour. Yeah, he gave that one back. Josh Burrow will come up in the left lane. 634 dial in for the pickup truck. Nice looking S10 pickup truck on the left side. 630 dial in. It's a red car. Looks like a Camaro. It is. It is a red car. Burrow is green, and he is in charge by a lot. Everybody in the world told Josh, man, put some in it. Put some numbers in there. Get the win light there. 24 over for the win at 105 for Josh Burrow. That'll bring up Joe Robertson, left lane, Bloomington, Illinois. Indiana, I keep saying Illinois. The bum steer coming at us, 653 from Bloomington, Indiana. Scott Crosby? I don't think so. 629 down the right lane. Joey Robertson turns it red 4,000. Scott Crosby, if that's who it is, right side. Crosby dials a 629 with a 9. He'll run it with a 9. He was 11 on the tree at 108. C.W. Voigt, left lane, Sebring, Florida. This is an S10 Blazer and a Pinto. Not the combination you'll see at the racetrack very often. 683 dial in the left lane. Pullum in the right side. Tevin Pullum driving the Pinto, dial to 609. Ooh, wow, Pullum. Problems for Pullum after he goes 004 on the tree and something's rolling across the track, and wind light's going to go to Voigt. Left lane 692 with a 4 at 86 miles an hour. They're saying it's a fuel cap. Very well could have been. But spun in his own fuel. That thing made a hard left turn, or right to one. It made a turn anyways. Yep, left turn, then a right turn. And he shut her down to be safe, thankfully. He's cruising down the top end of the racetrack. We'll get the track cleared off just a moment and get right back into the racing. I have called dragsters, run sticker number 1. You should be in the lanes now. Dragsters, run sticker number 1. You should be in the lanes now. We're rolling on Autometer. Round number 1. $500 gift certificate from Autometer for the best losing package of this round. All right, that didn't take long. Ready to go again. That'll bring up David Collins. Right-hand side of the racetrack. 570 down the right lane. Left lane will be Robert Braglin from Clayton, North Carolina. 68 Camaro down to 566. For Bragland. Collins right side 21 1 over. 571 with a 5 at 119. Jeremy Jensen will come up in the left lane. Corvette Roadster down to 532. He'll be the slower car. He'll take on Josh Harper on the right side. 69 Camaro out of Henderson, Kentucky is Josh Harper. Dialed on a 511. So we got a couple of super gas style roadsters coming at us. One a Corvette, 63 Corvette Roadster in the left lane, Jeremy Jensen. Josh Harper, the 68 Camaro style Roadster. 69 Camaro Roadster. I got to kill a little time because Harper thought he was driving a dragster. Harper will turn it red 24th now. Jensen left lane. Time run 22, 2 under. 530 with a 0 at 131 miles an hour. Chad Sandlin will come up in the right lane. Burleson, Texas racer. Chevy Love truck. The Mr. Wendell's Racing Machine down to 657. He'll take on Dave Triplett. Triplett in the Vega in the left lane. 582 is his dial. Small block SB2 powered. Oh, Vega will leave with the front end in there for a while. I really need to talk bad about Dave because he didn't get me any of that peanut butter pie that he had. That's going to be Sandlin. 10-2 over for the win. 659 with a 2 at 105. Triplett uncharacteristically behind on this end of the racetrack. 35 1 over. That'll bring up Troy Poindexter on the right side. The Nova dial 655. He'll take on my old buddy Rodney. Rodney Carr. Rodney's got a bunch of names. Hot Rod for one. His old Camaro used to be called Droopy Drawers. We call him Drooper. 604 dialing for Rodney. Got to wave at him as he drove by me yesterday. He'll turn it red 5 thou. Poindexter, 20 on the tree, 655 goes way under. 650 with a 3 at 103. Larry Martin coming up in the Bones machine. Huntsville engine car. Vega, 564 down the left lane. He'll take on Travis Barnett. Barnett in the Proform Racing Trans Am, 478 down. He won a bunch of rounds last night. 478 down. He's not going to go a bunch of rounds tonight, though. He turns it red 3 foul. Larry Martin, 11 on the tree, 1 over. My fault. Matt Feaster will come up in the left lane. 597 dial over there. Right side, Brad Plort. No, it's not Brad Plort. 507 dial on the right lane. Number 2. And I know that says Brad Porter. That is not Brad Porter driving that. I'll tell you right now. Matt Feaster, left lane. 24, 2 over for the win. 598 with a 9 at 101. The man they call Brad Plord on my TV screen is not Brad Plord. Goes 515 with a 3 at 135 in that Opal. That'll bring up Stacy Carpenter, left lane, Leroy, Alabama, dial to 655. That old Camaro been around a long time. Joseph Smith, the 62 Chevy 2 out of Laurel, Mississippi, down on a 566. Separate him on the big end of the racetrack. It's going to be Carpenter. 17, 3 over for the win. Joseph Smith was 10 on the tree. Take 43 to be 3 thousandths under. Ouch. Jeff Keen will come up on the right-hand side. 650 the dial-in. I'm not really sure about that. 2263 down on the left lane. It's a 598. Yep, that's him. 1,000 separate them, and it's going to be a double breakout race. 26 get there 11 to break out 2 full numbers. Jeff Keen right side, 27 on the tree, follows him through to break out 1 full number for the win. Jeff Keen 649 with a 0 on that 650 dial. That'll bring up Jamie Addison in the right hand side of the racetrack. Addison dialed a 641. Kyle Green, left lane, the Monte Carlo, will dial a 609. Kyle Green will turn it red for Thou. Jamie Addison gets the red light here. 17, 40, 37 under his dial-in for Addison. Gets the win light there. We know how much he was holding. Vince Addison will come up on the right side. 629 down the right lane, taking on John Siegel in the wheelie wagon. Siegel down on a 621. Oops. Late here. Siegel's already got the brake lights on. He'll get the win light there. 29. 1 over for the win. 622 with a 1 at 106. Addison was late on the tree. Gets behind and still breaks out 7 thousandths. That'll bring up Trampus Stewart. Stewart was a semifinalist Thursday night. Our Thursday triple 25. 621 dial in. It's pretty good that I can remember that far back, considering today's Sunday, right? Brad Young will come up at the righty. You're probably right. 614 dial for the Vega. Young will turn it red on the right side. A foul. Stewart left lane. 621. He'll go 620 with a 1. He was kind of late, but that red light helped him out. 43 bulb for Stewart, 620 with a 1 on a 621 dial-in. That'll bring up Chad Bryant, 91 Mustang in the left lane out of Millbrook, Alabama, right up the road. 599 dial-in. Taking on Travis Eaton, Waynesboro, Tennessee, the Cutlass. Bringing the mullet back, 606 is his dial. Eaton, nearly perfect. 002, 1 over for the win, 607 with a 0 at 106. Chad Duke will come up on the right-hand side, Wilmington, North Carolina. The Camaro on the right side down to 596. He'll take on Vince Taylor. Taylor in the left lane out of Edmond, Oklahoma, down to 543. Brake lights on for Duke. I love a car that's got brake lights at the finish line. Chad Duke gets there first for the win. He'll take 8 thou to be dead 5. 27 dead 5 for the win. Taylor was 43 and 3/1000ths under. Aaron Vale will come up here in the left lane. You really don't want to hear what's going on up here right now. 654 dial in the left lane for Vale in the Pontiac. He'll take on Big Ed Richardson in the right lane. Ed Richardson down to 625 in the right side of the racetrack. Big Ed in the racetrack is going to be Ed Richardson. He's 11 dead 1, 12/1000ths package. Vale was 16. Vale's just getting whooped this weekend. How about Bug McCarty coming up in the left lane? This is a Rambler station wagon. Rambler station wagon. And it flies. Wheels up in the air, 607 dial-in, taking on Amanda Manuel. Her latest generation Camaro on the right side down on 584. Oh, my. Problems for Amanda, obviously. McCarty's going to go down there and coast to the finish line after he's pretty late on the tree also, but at least he's got something to work with for the next round. Having issues out of that car. She's had a couple of issues with that car. David Davis will come up in the left lane. Camaro on the left side now to 649. Kenny Dixon, that's not Kenny Dixon. That's Kenny Dixon's car. We just got it into another man's hands. 515 down in the right lane. Pretty good here. 3/1000ths will separate them. Big into the racetrack. It's going to be Davis in the left lane. 23 get there second to be dead 2. Dixon, well, the Dixon car, 20 take 13 to be 8/1000ths under. David Davis will roll into the next round. That's going to bring up Daniel Jarrell. Jarrell in the left lane, down to 651 in the pickup truck. Ben Willis in the right side in his S10 pickup truck, down on a 633. And 10. 7,000 separate them, and it's going to be Willis. Behind on this end, goes dead on with a 2 for the win. 633 with a 2 on a 633 dial-in. He was 10 on the tree. 003 for Gerald, but he goes 3 high. Can't run the number. Win light goes to Willis in the right lane. That'll bring up Rodney Fincham. Hot Rod, Fast and Fincham coming up here on the right-hand side. 762. The dial-in for the Ford. He'll take on Derek Fuller. Fuller out of Prattville, Alabama. Another one right up the road here. Dialed on a 654. We got a little wiping to do down there, and as soon as we do that, we'll finish it up. Okay, we're back. Rodney Fincham comes up in the right-hand side. Fastest Fincham, 762 dial-in. He may be doing a little videotaping there in 762. And Derek Fuller in the left lane, ace, a Colorado pickup truck. First Colorado I've seen in competition. 654 the dial-in for the Chevrolet pickup truck. Both of them are green. Both of them in the 20s. Slight advantage goes to Fincham. Brake lights are on the pickup truck. Wind light goes to Fincham. As the left lane gets there first, breaking out by a ton. 41, as a matter of fact. Fincham in the right side, 763 with an 8 at 87. Kelsey Taylor will come up in the left lane. Another S10 pickup truck, 614 dial in over there. Right side, 577 the dial for the Corvette Roadster with a no name. Corvette, not a Roadster, Corvette. How about a 002 bulb? It'd be better if you had a name. Wind light goes to the right side, 580 with a 1 on a 577 dial in a 114. Our next pair coming at us is going to be Trey Bunner on the right-hand side of the racetrack out of Bushnell, Florida, dialed on a 629. He'll take on Kevin Pruitt. Pruitt, 569 dial for the Kick Booty Motorsports wagon, left lane. Couple of green bulbs and away. 7,000 advantage goes to Pruitt, and he's going to get the win light. 16 dead 6 for the win. Taking 12 at the top end of the racetrack. Bunner was 7,000s behind him on this end. One over with a 1 for the runner-up position, and that Kevin Pruitt will roll into round number 2, and that'll bring up Leon Robertson. Neon Leon in the left lane, dialed a 702, and he'll take on Jack Hughes in the 56 Chevrolet in the right side out of Lavon, Texas. 637. Which hot rod, Will? This ought to be Leon. It ought to be, but it's not. 005 for Leon. He'll get in front 88 and break out. Wow, 38th thou. Jack Hughes, right side, 29 on the tree, and dead 6 at 107 miles an hour. Nice pass for Hughes. A little late on this end of the racetrack, but he gets a win light there as Leon strolls on through way out in front. That'll bring up my boy, Chance Likens, BTE, on the side of that Volkswagen Scirocco LS powered. 611 dial in the left lane. He'll take on Mike Buckwald. Buckwald out of Caledonia, Mississippi, dialed on a 510 in that Cutlass that as late as last year was a Pro Mod car. He could be in trouble here, though, as Likens is 006. Yep, I was right. 006, 2 over for the win, 613 with a 2 at 107. Buckwald 30 on the tree, 1 over, not good enough. Chuck Sanders will come up in the left lane. Sanders dials a 620. In the S10 pickup truck, Nova in the right lane, no name. And I can't see it. 610 is his dial. Poppity pop, pop, pop. Chuck Sanders. A really big advantage on the start line. Win light Sanders. 7, dead 7. 14 thousandths package. He takes 8 thou for the win. Right side was really light and really under. I'll bring up a couple of really nice looking Camaros coming at us now. Danny Waters, right hand side of the racetrack. ODW dialing a 650 in his Camaro. He'll take on Tracy Guffey. Guffey in the wheel standing red Camaro in the left lane dials a 609. He's 003, 2 over for the win, 611 with a 2 at 109. Waters was 18, dead 9. Pretty good pass for him. Wasn't enough against Guffey, though. That'll bring up Jody Davies. JD in the left lane. The S10 pickup truck dial 655. He'll take on Christopher Morris. Morris in the right lane out of Shepherdsville, Kentucky. 565. Advantage Davies. Win light goes to Morris. Davies may have given that one back 7th thou. Morris 17, 1 over, 566 with a 5 at 121. Davies was 005, 3 over at 101. 658 with a 4. Good possibility he may have handed that one back. How about Caleb Ellison? Ellison will come up in the Chevy 2 left lane, dial 644. He'll take on Thomas Holly. Holly dialed a 586 in the right lane. See how long he totes the wheels on this thing. This will carry the front end up and out. Oh, he's got it turned down. It takes all the fun out of it. They're side by side, 23 on this end of the racetrack. It's going to be Holly. 23, 2 over, 588 with a 6 at 112. He took 3 thou for the win. Ellison was 23, 29 thousandths over, and that's where it was. 26 thousandths over versus 29 thousandths over. They were identical on this end of the racetrack. Win light goes to Holly. Next pair coming at us, 642 dialing in the right-hand side of the racetrack. Taking on Scotty Richardson in the Corvette Ragtop 555 dial in. The Holly Corvette was the advantage, but a double breakout race is going to go to the right lane. Richardson, 16, takes 17 to be 27 thousandths under. Right lane gets their second, 19 thousandths under. Winlight goes to the right lane, 641 with a fork 640 with a 1 at 106. Might be Larry Martin coming up in a left lane, 579 dial in the Monza. He'll take on Peeps Pennington. Pennington dial a 467. But he's 2 thousandths under. He'll take 12 to be 2 thousandths under. That was close enough. Peeps Pennington, 14, dead 5 for the win. 467 with a 5. 19 thousandths package for Pennington. Larry Martin had him covered. 009 on the tree. Goes through 2 thousandths too much to get the win light, or to try to get the win light. Breaks it out. Brad Taylor will come up in left lane out of Bullard, Texas. Firebird dialed a 635. Mike Pennington right lane dialed on a 493. Taylor will turn it red, a foul. Pennington behind him. Did I say red? It's not red. It's green. Wind light goes to Taylor. I am losing my mind. That's why I'm taking a break right there. I'm losing my mind. 637 with a 0 at 97 miles an hour, and I'm going to turn it over to Ryan Gleghorn for a little while. Go take me a little break and see if I can visit some folks. I'll be back in a little while. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Jim. Once again, this is Autometer. Round number 1 for Sunday's 25K. Left side dialed 690, right side 574. Didn't have an 8 on either one. Going to the right, 11, 2 above 1 to be 32 total. Left side was 001. And 3 thou under. Need to take 31 thou or less. Cody Wiggins, left side, dialed 622. Take on Jeff Sarah. Sarah dialed 592. Guess he found him a door car somewhere. Sarah going to pick up the win as Wiggins turns it 23 red. Sarah was 40 and 37 thou under. Chad Axford, left side, dialed 611, take on Mike Stout. Stout dialed 626. Starting to see some of those long cars rolling up towards the water box. As we are nearing the end of our door cards for Autometer round 1. 9 thou separate them up front. Goes to Stout. 16, one above 2 to get there. 0006. 6/10,000ths of a second going to Mike Stout. Chad X for 007 and 2 above. That will end that entry for Chad. Left side, dialed in 514, take on Mike LeDuc. Or Ludke, sorry. Ludke dialed 472. Left lane gets a little wild. Winlight will go in the right, 35 and well above, as left lane was 12 and had to abort the run. Trying to watch on the live feed, see if I can see what happened. Bobby Johns and Craig Green. Johns dial 448, Green dial 482. Giving the win to Bobby Johns, who is 14 and 1 over. Bobby Johns goes to round 2. Dan Johnson, left side, dial 509. Sorry, 503. I don't know where I got 9 from. And Brad Lawley. Lawley, dial 501. Winlight Johnson late and dead 0, as Lawley was later and dead 5. Dan Johnson goes to round 2. Jimmy Terhune, left side, dial 493, take on Brandon Barker. Barker out of Ontario, dial 496. And the Winlight going to Barker, double breakout drag race. 13 thou under for Barker gets the win, as Terhune was 21 thou under the dial. So Barker goes to round number 2. Chris Goebel. Goebel, left side, dial 488. Right side. Don't have any information for them just yet. Dial 444. Winlight going to the left. 13, 1 above 2, take 2 thou, right side. It was Brandon Taylor's car, not sure who was driving. 008, 1 above gets 2 thou behind. Pat Crawford, left side, dial 544, take on Hayden Smith. Smith, dial 476. Too soon. He's 6 thou red as Hayden Smith will pick up the win. 18, dead on 6. Nikki LaVecchia, left side, dial 516, take on Zach Henry. Henry, dial 484 in the right. Goes to Nikki. 33, dead 6, gets the win. Zach Henry was 006 and put it 2 thou under the dial. Needed to take 33 thou or less to get a win. Cortland Carter, the birthday boy, dialed 584, take on David Taylor. Taylor dialed 456. Win light goes to Carter. 18, one above. Got behind 3 thou as Taylor was 29 and 3 thou under. Had to get there 000 to maybe have a chance. Holly Emery, left side, dialed in 459 out of Hazel, Kentucky. Take on Kent Tankersley. Tankersley out of Tennessee. Nice looking pro fab dragster, dialed 472. Win light goes to Emery, 15, dead 2 to beat 17 total. Tankersley, dirty 30 and mathematically ineligible. Jay Larson, left side, dial 512, take on Lori Warden. Warden got pretty deep in the rounds last night, dialed 455. 14 total for Larson. We'll take him to round number 2. Hunter Patton. Left side, dial 463. Take on Rob Burschneider. Rob dialed 463 as well. Win light, Patton, 004, 1 above, gets the win. Rob, 44 and 3 over. That will end his entry. Barry Bradford and Troy Williams Jr. Bradford dialed 460. T-Rock dialed 478. How he bails himself out of that situation, I don't know. T-Rock, 43, 1 above 2. Goes 479 at 131. There's a whole lot of left pedal. Bradford, 25 and 2 thou under, taking 32 thou strike. Troy Williams will go to round 2. David Mascaro, left side, dial 518, taking on Corey Adams. Adams dial 477. Win light, Corey Adams, 008, dead 8 to be 16 total. Mascaro, 006 and 2 thou under. Need to take 10 or less to pick up the round win. Adams to round 2 as Wade White and Robbie Clark roll around. White, dial 454. Robbie Clark, in one of the 2 swamp buggies you'll see this weekend, dialed 504. Win light, Robbie Clark, 20 dead on 2. Wade White, 26 and 4 thou under. Shane Carr, left side, dial 450. Right side, not on file, dialed at 482. Going to the right lane. 13. One above 0. Take 2 thou. As car was 27 and 2 thou under. Win light. Not a win light, but in the left lane, it's Kevin Thorpe. He's hoping he gets a win light. He's down 445. They got on Charlie Butler. Butler down 484. Butler 009, dead 9, take 12 thou. As Thorpe is 006, 2 above, no good. Brett Sloat, left side, dialed 491, take on Justin Clark. Clark dialed 530. Win light going to Brett 001 and 2 above, take 2 thou. Clark 15, dead 9, gets him 2 thou behind. Brett Sloat to round 2. Tommy Kelly and James Brown. Kelly dial 476, James out 467. Who's 15 and 18 thou under. Colin Williams and Cody Moore. Williams dialed 444. Cody got down to 5 on Thursday, dialed 456. As the win light comes on for Colin Williams, 11, 1 above 8. Cody Moore, 41 and 27 thou under the dial in. Holy smokes. Jake Clayton, left side, dialed 480. Take on Randall Reed. Randall, the left coast million winner, dialed 470. Turns on the win light. 11 dead, 4 to be 15 total. Randall Reed, 007 and 9 thou under. You take 8 thou or less, pick up the win. Timmy Smith, left side, dial 441. Take on Reagan Brumley. Miss Brumley, dial 461. All right, attention the pits. $50 raffle number 6. $50 raffle number 6. Winner, Jeff Wilkerson. Jeff Wilkerson, you're the winner of $50 raffle number 6. Congratulations, Jeff. You can get your tech card at the bottom of the tower. Once again, $50 raffle number 6. Winner, Jeff Wilkerson. Dead 7 to be 18 total. Smith, 21, dead 1, puts him 4 thou behind. Reagan Brumley goes to round 2. Bo Sutton, left side, dial 486, taking on Kenny Propes. I guess they got his car figured out. Kenny dialed 477. I don't believe that's Kenny. I do believe that is Landon Thompson driving this go around. Bo Sutton, 23, dead 1 to get there 3 thou. Thompson, 21, dead 6, no good. Might have gave that one back. Richard McCarty, left side, dial 452, take on Gary Ingold. Ingold, dial 464. Goes to McCarty. 39 and 16 thou under gets the win as Ingold, 29 and 35 thou under. Anthony Bailey, left side, dial 492, taking on G-Dub. Gary Williams, dialed 471. Winlight, Williams, 008, 4 over. Take 12 thou as Bailey is 43 and 2 above. Charlie Coates, left side, dial 471. Take it on, not on file, dialed 496. Going to the right lane, 11, 2 above, take 4 foul. His Coates is 18 and 2 over. No good. Greg Roberts, left side, dial 482, taking on Mikey Bloomfield. Bloomfield, dialed 456. Bloomfield, the professional Fortnite player. Professional Fortnite player. He's almost as good as Jordan Wyke is. Almost. Almost. Getting close. Gosh. You know what? I'm a man up and I'm going to call this lap. Mikey Bloomfield is 73, dead on one, goes 456 at 128 miles an hour, gets the win. Greg Roberts, 001 and 18 thou under, taking a Greyhound. How that even worked out. Tyler Horner, we got to move past this. We need some good vibes in our life right now. Horner dialed 463, taking on Rick Huffman. Huffman dialed 480. Horner 13 and 18 thou under. Rick 41 and 28 thou under. Horner goes to the next round. Corey Galletti, left side, dialed 464, take on Jeff Duck. Duck dialed 463. Corey picks up a win lie. What is going on? Corey Galletti, 47, 1 above on the drop. Duck, 14 and 8 thou under. Needed to take 46 or less to get the win. Daryl Pittman, left side, dialed in 470. Take on Ryan Richardson. Double R dialed 483. Pittman, 11 thou red, gets into Richardson, who's 25. 31 thou under. Brad Clark. Left side, dial 525. Right side, Jack Sawwalker, dialed 477. Goes to Jack, 006 and 8 foul under. Clark, 19, took 8 foul to be 29 foul under. Up now, Jason Lynch, Catfish, dialed in 441, taking on Philip Pennington. Pennington dialed 467. As the win light will go to Pennington, 002 and 16 foul under. Lynch, 26 and 26 foul under. Mark Horton, left side, dial 476, take on Craig Chatterson. Chatterson, dial 476 as well. Win light going to Horton, 000, 1 above 6 to be 16 total. Patterson, 21 and no chance. Horton goes to round 2 as we are still in autometer round number 1. James Crabtree and Michael Davis. Crabtree, left side, dial 502. Davis, dial 473. Davis, 008, dead 8 to be 16 total. Crabtree, 40 and 13 thou under. Davis goes to the next round. Shannon Walker, left side, dial 498, take on Scott Taylor. Taylor dial 446. Walker, who's 22 and 23 thou under. Dennis Lithgow, left side, dial 463, take on Race Tarleton. Tarleton, dial 483. 002 dead 4, 6 total for the Firebird. Lithgow 17, take 1 thou to put it 22 thou under. Brandon Taylor and Anthony Bertozzi. BT dialed in 5 flat. Bertozzi dialed 461. Light BT 19, 1 above 7, take 11 thou, as Bertozzi was 20 and 2 above on the drop. No good. Brandon Taylor goes to round 2. John Napier, left side, dial 502, taking on Dallas Page. Page dialed 543. Dallas 19, 2 above, take 32 thou, left side. Missed it quite a bit and put it 6 thou under. Gage Birch and Richard Arnold. Birch turns it 19 thou red. Giving the win to Arnold, who is 11 dead 4. Bryson Scruggs, left side, dial 482. Right side, dial 473. Scruggs in control, win night. Scruggs, 29, 2 above, gets the win. As right side, that might have been Andre Nunez. I'm not quite sure. Missed it. Puts it 27 thou under. Trey Vetter, left side, dial 463. Right side, dialed 521. Win light goes in the right lane. 006, 2 above, take a lot. As Vetter was 37 and way above dial. Darren Keever, left side, dialed 475. Take on Randy Banger Jr. Randy dialed 452. JJ, give me orders up here. Told me I just need to announce. Heaver, 18, dead on 4, gets the win as Banger. 24 and 17 foul under, no good. Chris Northrop, left side, dial 470. Take on Colby Fuller. Fuller, dial 449. And he still almost got a win light. Northrop 13, dead 7. Take a couple trains as Fuller way late and way under. On the shoot, Stephen Hughes out 486. Going to Steven, 16, 1 above 2, gets the job done at McClintock, 24 and 12 thou under. Need to take 4 thou or less. Diane Duval, left side, dial 474, take on Adam Bizanis. The Canadian dialed 475. Duval, 17. Dead 0 to be 17 total. Adam, 26. Also dead 0. No good. We're going to be down for just a while as we have had an accident down and shut down. Please, we ask everybody to stay on the other side of the guardrail. Do not get on the racetrack. Let paramedics do their job and track staff.
things apart for you. You sell me every little lie is true. Oh yeah. But I listen to the heartbeat on the floor. I feel loud every breath just like before. You can't take it anymore. Where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running from. All you wanna do is fight. Why don't you wanna make it right? You don't know what you're running from. What you running from? What you running from? You don't know what you're running from. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. I don't know where I would be if we let it go. 'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep this dream alive, the art of letting go. 'Cause every time we try to make a stand and start again, yeah, every time we try to make up and make amends, you know, when push comes to shove, this time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, why can't you see what you did with me? Please don't leave me hanging like this. I try to recall and make sense of it all. I never thought it'd come down to this. Let's try to make a new start. Do you remember when we couldn't get enough of it all? We kept it going for so long, so long. You know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. Oh, this time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high. Yeah, wide looking for it. On the outside, looking in, I really wasn't sure what I was getting. Between the high waves on the sea, waiting for something to get to me. I wasn't sure what I was hoping for, you see. But you act like gravity and you are pulling me. 'Cause you know what I want, babe. You know everything that gets me going. You know what I want, babe. All the little things that I'm not showing. You know what I want, babe. And you know it all before I do it. You know what I want, babe. You know what I need before I show it. I saw a fire from the sea. I didn't know what it was telling me. Like Robert Zimmerman singing a song. Just gotta keep on keeping on. I really wasn't sure what I was hoping for. But you knew everything you've done this all before. You know what I want, babe.
JJ Pennington. JJ Pennington, call your dad, please. JJ Pennington, you need to call your dad.
All the little things that I'm not showing. You know what I want, babe. And you know it all before I do it. You know what I want, babe. You know what I need before I show it. I can really sense that all the things been happening is no coincidence. 'Cause you know what Another ball, another chain. The answer lies in the equation, but the question here is, will you lose or gain? Do I wanna know why? Really wanna know why? Some say live and let live, you care enough to be free. Keep on no matter come what may. Some say misery loves a little good company, but what I need is to fly high away. This is a case of separation. Mistake the bitter for the sweet. And when the world is in rotation, no matter what, you land upon your feet. Do I wanna know why? Really wanna know why? Some say live and let live, you care enough to be free. Keep on no matter come what may. Some say misery loves a little good company, but what I need is to fly high away. All my life I've been stumbling on. No matter how I try, take one step at a time. All my life I've been losing control. Do I wanna know why? Really wanna know why? Keep on no matter come what may. Some say live and let live, you care enough to be free. Keep on no matter come what may. Some say misery loves a little good company, but what I need is to fly high away. We're gonna fly high away.
I remember that summer eve. Since then I just can't think straight. Cause this girl's got a hold on me. Can't break free. Now it's too late. When she's whispering in my ear, when I'm kissing her slow, I would follow her anywhere. She is you, if you didn't know. And I love you more than I ever have loved before. I ain't gonna lie, when I look deep into your eyes, I go and fire comes to life tonight. I'll ride until the morning like the things I do. It's all because of you. Oh, 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 all because of you. Oh, 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 everything I do. Oh, 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 all because of you. Oh, I remember my lonely days, and no one there by my side. When true love was so far away, till the day you were
Okay, folks, I know everybody's been kind of waiting for some information. What we have is what we got. Car went through the traps, smoke coming off the back of it. Car got loose, made a left turn, rolled over, hit the wall. Diane Duvall, the driver, was talking, did get out of the car, but she has been transported for further observation. That's all we know at this point. Again, she was talking, and I was told that she was walking. Like I said, all we know at this point is she's been transported for further observation. Apparently, the car was smoking when it went through the traps. We saw that on the video. We guess from there what actually happened, but she did roll over and hit the wall. She was alert and talking. She has been transported for further observation. Best we can say at this point, and of course our prayers will go out to the Duval family for her recovery and their strength. Pray that everything turns out okay. We got some cleanup on the top end of the racetrack, and as soon as we can, we'll get back to the racing.
Maybe I've been dreaming, too good to believe it. Truly, you're one of a kind. So baby, come and pinch me, then I know it's all real. I can get you off my mind.
Let's make this castle to a ruin. We step in on night, sleeping with eyes wide open, and you're in between the lines. I won't take what you've been smoking. Oh no, oh no. No one could love you like I do. We're breaking up, we're breaking up. What kind of vibe is mine to you? Easy of night, I am the few. We make a castle to a ruin. Castle, ruin. Castle. Sitting on the stone at the edge of my grave, sending my love your way, my babe. I'm selling my soul to keep it satisfied, waiting on the corner for you one last time.
All right, drivers, about ready to get back to racing. Everybody started getting suited back up. Again, drivers, load up. We're ready to go back racing.
Just one more shot. Hit me with a needle, baby, everything you got. every season till the end of the world. Every moment, all the memories unfurl. I was chasing the shadows, they were slipping right out of my hands, but I lingered. Now I know where I stand. Call it amazing. You wanna do right by me in all we are facing. You wanna do right by you. Call it amazing. Every heartbeat when I need you like this. Well, it's alright, 'cause it's you that I miss. We were headed for greatness. We were flying for once in our lives. To the heavens, to the crystal blue skies. Call it amazing. You wanna do right by me in all we are facing. You wanna do right by you. Call it amazing. Well, it's alright. Yeah, it's alright. Call it amazing. You wanna do right by me in all we are facing. You wanna do right.
Tyler Sizemore left side and Scott Lemon in the right. Sizemore dialed 488. Lemon, the drag race results ride, dialed 462. Lemon turns at 17 thou red, gets wins at Sizemore, who's 14. And 24 thou under. Sizemore will go to round two as we are still in altimeter round number one. Kevin Brandon, left side, dial 443. It says Kevin Brandon. I believe that's Ivy Brandon in there. Right side, dialed 484. Thou red behind. In goes one above 5. Chris Cadle, left side, dial 447, take on Aaron G. G-Man dialed 459. 23, one above. To get there, 7th thou, G, 14, and 2 over. Hadel will move on. Doug Foley Jr., left side, dial 488, take on Kenny Dixon. Dixon, dial 487. Goes to Foley, 25, one above 3 to get there, 8th thou. Dixon, 17, 2 above 9. That will end his night. Brian Wood, left side, dial 485, taking on B Folk. Brian Folk, dial 455. Wood turns at 5 without red, gives it to 16. And 21 thou under. Rob Lepsinger, left side, dial 452. Take on Jesse Bobo. Bobo, dial 475. Bobo, 11. Make a button. 53 thou over. Left side, David Huckabee, dial 467. Right side. That could possibly be Chris Letty. Somebody try and collect his car. Dial 455. Going to the Rad Machine, 22 and 27 thou under. Gets the win. Huckabee 10, took 19. Needed to take 11th hour less. Brian Jones, left side, dial 467. Right side, dial 4. thou separated them. One of them's perfect. Win light. Brian Jones, 000 dead on with 8 for Brian. Timmy Smith, left side, dial 493. Take on Tim Sparks. Sparks, dial 468. Winlight Sparks, 25 and 2 thou under. Smith, 22 and a hun under. Need to take 9 thou less, 2 thou or less to get the win. Daniel Gerald out 532, taking on Timothy Thomas. Thomas out 483. And Winlight goes to Thomas, 14-3 over, take 18 thou, as Gerald was 007 and 57 thou above dial. Buddy Fleener left side, dial 461, take on James Warden. Warden dial 459.